What's going on, you guys? It's Resto, and here is the first Twink gameplay, I guess you can say, for Shadowlands. This is the pre-patch. This tune isn't completely done, but he's about 90% of the way done for a free-to-play as far as what they can achieve. I know vets are being made right now. There's actually quite a few of them, and there's actually a lot more gear that you can get as a vet than you can free-to-play, which is fine. I'm not stressing. There is some vets that I've came across in BGs, so I mean it's kind of broken if I'm gonna be honest with you, but you don't really see them a lot. I see more free to plays than I do vets, which is nice. Not that I'm against vets, it's just I was hoping for another even playing field where everyone was the same again. Jumping on my free to plays because I still own an active subscription. I might make a vet in the future, maybe like update my FC and maybe like one damage class for the Alliance, just to kind of play both, or maybe update both my FCs and just kind of keep those as vets for when my subscription expires and I don't really want to renew at the time. I guess I can do that in the future, but I thought I'd make this video today and kind of produce it to you guys, just to kind of show you guys what I'm doing so far. As of right now, I've been spending loads and loads and loads of time updating my Twinks. Kind of missing out a bunch of endgame stuff like making the gold that I need to make and all this other fun stuff, just because I'm dedicating so much time to these Twinks, trying to get them geared up. And I don't know about you guys, but since they increased the character capacity for your, there you go, the character capacity for the server, I've made literally one of every single class available, and each faction has one of each. So if you guys put that into perspective, I have to update every single free to play and go through every single thing over and over and over. I don't know about you guys, but to update one tune literally takes maybe a day and a half if you're spending literally from wake up to bedtime. It literally takes an entire day to gear a tune for some of the pieces that you have to go and achieve. Will they nerf those? Probably. If not, that is a-okay, because if you ask me, the the pieces that I guess you can call quote unquote broken aren't really broken if you really look at the other pieces that you're able to obtain. And if anything, it balances it out. Especially for a free to play, it makes it very nice to have. It makes them viable, if anything. On the veteran side, I wouldn't say it makes them broken. I would say the trinkets and other pieces available to those veterans are broken, quote unquote, the Azurite pieces and a few rares that people were already able to get before it got nerfed. Those I would say are more broken than the Legion rewards. So in my opinion, I hope these don't get nerfed. Do I hope some classes get nerfed? Yes. Hunters are extremely broken right now. On the other side, after I'm done with this video, I'm currently gearing a hunter up right now just so I can show you guys how dumb the class is. That and Shadow Priest, those two are the two classes I've seen absolutely dominate the battlefield. Warlocks are actually good again, so maybe I can make a warlock again. I wouldn't say they're overpowered. They're just like boomies. If you really want to compare it, they're like boomies from, I want to say, WAD or MOP. I don't know if you guys recall playing a boomkin then, or seen any of my videos from WAD or MOP of me playing a boomie. They were just really strong because of the dots that they're able to spread over time and how much damage they did over time. That's pretty much what a warlock is right now. Their dots are really strong, and it's when you spread it in a battlefield, obviously they're going to do max amount of damage. So it's kind of like an endgame warlock in Legion, if you really want to look at that. If anyone's played endgame and done RBGs before, the warlocks were always top of the board, and I believe it was an affliction warlock that was. So those dots are just spreading over time, and that's what their main source of damage is. I wouldn't say a single target damage is really strong. It's more of their dots being spread. So there's quite a few classes that actually have a lot of potential. Right now, I'm also kind of experimenting with other classes that weren't ever viable and previous expansions for free to play. I'm going to try them out now just because a lot of classes got revamped and got a lot of new spells introduced to them. So I'm going to kind of test these out and see how they are, and if it seems to be good enough to do damage and actually survive and actually be able to play BG, I will produce some content for them. But other than that, I'm just going to stick to the basics, update a couple tunes, just do videos on them, and then casually update my other tunes on the side, because it is a lot of grinding for some of these tunes, especially having to repeat a lot of dungeons. I'm currently looking through all the stuff to find what's best in slot for an FC. As of right now, like I said, I got about 90% of the gear. I'm still doing some research. I'm sure there's still a lot of quest items that not a lot of people are familiar with, that I am also not familiar with, and they're probably better than some of the pieces that I have currently or have yet to get. So, I mean, like I said, it is pre-patch. It is still up in the air on, like, you know, what exactly is best in slot. Everybody's still trying to kind of figure this out right now. A lot of things are still subject due to nerf. But speaking of boomies, before, I'm going to pop a clip up right here, and I'm just going to show you guys what it's like to play a boomie without best in slot gear. Like I said, he's about 90% of the way there of what I would like him to have. But like I said, there could be better pieces out there, but I'm going to put a quick clip right here.
To get closer.
So as you can see, that was pretty awesome, right? Big numbers are back again. So it was like, when I seen that number, my face grew up with like all kinds of smiles. I'm like, holy shit, that's like actually amazing. But yeah, so I'm excited to play boomies again. I'm excited to play a lot of classes again, just because a lot of stuff was introduced, new spells and all that. Granted, I still wish druids had displacer, because it was so nice and it was such a great outplay mechanic. But I mean, it is what it is. We get what we get, and you can't throw a fit, you know, just like how our kindergartner's teacher taught us. But FCing is definitely going to be a thing again for me. Free to play content is definitely going to be a thing again for me. I'm able to play normal. I'm able to have, you know, that normal Twink advantage that you would have over a lot of players, and just kind of keep that competitive gameplay going. Able to survive, do damage, do the healing that you need to do. Restoration feels really nice right now. I'm kind of like juggling between the two talents that you can have for a restoration druid, and that's the Cenarian Ward and Nourish. Those are the two spells that I'm kind of like trying to figure out which one's better and which one's good for what scenario. I'm kind of leaning more towards Nourish when it comes for average healing, if you're just healing a teammate, and I'm looking more towards Cenarian Ward just to have for FCing, just because it's an instant cast spell and it heals you over time, and it's actually a good heal over time as well. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of testing on that one. Nourish is very, very good, but you're subject to CCs a lot now that every class has a CC. Hunters have CCs, rogues still have their CCs, mages have CCs. Like, every class has a CC, which is actually phenomenal, because now, you know, it opens up a bigger skill gap with, you know, how you play in these battlegrounds. A lot of play styles are going to change, and free to play, it's going to be a little bit more like endgame. You're just reduced to spells. But I mean, this video is coming to an end, so there's a lot to say, a lot that I did want to mention that I can mention in another video. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you really like to give it a favorite, commenting is free as well as subscribing. It's been Resto, guys. See you guys next time.